All right, you've all asked for me to review the latest COOLIFY 3 neck wearable air conditioner. To my recent review of the RANVOO Ice 3. Well, let's get to it. Sound core. You're definitely going to get some fantastic sound out of these. That was incredible. Welcome back, fam. So glad to have you here in the studio with me on yet another weekend where you guys could be doing so many different things other than hanging with moi. Hopefully you are all doing well, of course. Okay, as stated in the intro, you all have been asking for my opinion of the latest COOLIFY 3 made by Taurus. Now, of course, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of the other videos I've done. COOLIFY 1, COOLIFY 2, COOLIFY Special Edition, and now the COOLIFY 3 Limited Edition, by the way. Yeah, I had to actually reach out to the company to get a model for review. Now that's pretty odd because Taurus has always reached out to me for each of their models and asked me to do you guys a review so we get the news out there. Either here nor there, it is now officially in my lap and we get to officially compare it to the RANVOO Ice 3 wearable neck air conditioner. Now, of course, we're not going to cover every little nook and cranny of the RANVOO because that video would just be way too long. Now, if you are interested in the RANVOO Ice 3, I did do a review and you can check it out in my description down below where it will be available for you to pause this and play that. And then come on back and see me on my opinion of the COOLIFY 3. Let's get started. All right, guys, coming in the box is a few of these, I don't know, teardrop cutouts that I'd like to say. You'll get a user manual in a few different languages. You'll also get this quick start guide with a few tips and tricks. And lastly, you're going to get this QR code that you'll be able to use to get your warranty registered. You're gonna get a USB-A to a Type-C elbow style charging cable. Then you get the neck fan itself in this hard plastic case that unzips on each side, along with this tethered strap on top for easy transport. I kind of dig that. It's definitely attention to detail. When you unzip each side, you'll also notice running all through it is this really nice felt. And I'll tell you what, that is a nice touch. No pun intended. All right, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this cooling machine. Right away, you'll see they actually sent me their limited edition, which has this carbon fiber print along with this blue and amber orange color changing plates that we'll be covering later on in the video. But first, I'd like to show you all the buttons and gadgets. On the bottom left side, you have your USB Type-C charging port. On the opposite side, you have the power on and off and a mode switch on top. Speaking of top, you'll get the Taurus COOLIFY name badge along with what model you have. Mine says special edition, but they also list it as limited edition. Now you'll notice a pretty thick neck piece that will also cool you alongside each cooling plate on the right and left. Now that's something RANVOO doesn't support. They're running an AI sensor to monitor all your vitals and such, which COOLIFY doesn't support. So that right there could be the deciding factor, if you will, to either pick up the RANVOO Ice 3 or the COOLIFY 3. For those that are still on the fence, let's continue with the specs. So with this COOLIFY 3 limited edition that we mentioned earlier, you're getting the sleek carbon fiber appearance, which is enhanced by its intelligent color changing cooling plates. As the temperature rises above 87.8 Fahrenheit, 31 degrees Celsius, the plates will transition from blue to a vibrant orange. And below 78.8 degrees Fahrenheit, 26 degrees Celsius, they'll maintain a cool and soothing blue. Now, this is their words, definitely not mine. The surface of these plates are coated with a durable, scratch-resistant PU. Just kidding. Ensuring long-lasting quality and resistance to wear and tear. Again, these are their words. Embrace rich, cool throughout your head, neck, and back instantly, powered by the Radical Taurus COOLIFY and NTC Smart Temperature Control. That they're boasting is more profound, widespread, cooled compared to any of their other previous models. We shall see about those claims. Get yourself a 360-degree cooling effect with their surround semiconductor cooling plates and 7 directional air outlets. As far as the battery goes, they're using a 6,000 milliamp, giving you 50% more longer run times, up to 13 hours thanks to its 18-watt fast charge. You'll be able to get 80% in 1.2 hours of charging. That's pretty cool. Again, no pun intended. Oh, and for all that's wondering, can you use a power bank and charge this while wearing it? Yes, finally, COOLIFY has got the memo. It's what we've all been asking for from the very beginning. And now, my friends, the wait is over. But, yeah, sorry, there is a but involved. While using any power bank, running this thing full tilt, you will not get exactly full tilt. It's something to do with the input and output wattages and how it coincides to charge the unit and keep up with it while you're using it. So, but hey, you can use it on the fly and make like the Energizer Bunny. Now, I know we've been covering all about cooling down, but no worries. There's 3 modes, which will give you fan mode, cooling mode, and heat. So that is awesome news that this system can be used all seasons long, hot or cold. You'll also get Taurus's app control as well. However, it is not as sophisticated as the RANVOO Ice 3 with all your vital modes and a speaker with music and media playing. However, you are going to be able to control different zones, which is actually a nice feature. One of the things I've noticed right away is the actual fit of the unit compared to the RANVOO Ice 3. The COOLIFY fits a lot more snug than the RANVOO does. You can clearly see the gap differences. So this, guys, could be the deal breaker again for which one you decide to go with. Now, I'm definitely not saying that the RANVOO feels like it's going to fall off or anything, but the difference of a wider feel approaching the neck could make all the difference in the world to a fat neck person or a skinny neck person. No offense, of course. On the COOLIFY, you're going to get these memory soft silicone pads that also stretch for putting on and taking off. Nowhere on the RANVOO do you get any kind of silicone pads. Let's talk about the cases that you get with both devices. On the COOLIFY, you get this really nice hard shell that is designed to custom fit the wearable neck fan perfectly. It'll be awesome for traveling or anywhere on the go to keep your product, which is not cheap, protected. On the other hand, RANVOO gives you a pouch, a dust bag, if you will. Because that's all it's really gonna do for you folks, keep the dust off. No real protection. They do, however, give you a nice stand that will prop it up. It'll work with the AI sensor as well. Again, you can check that out in my other video. All right, let's go ahead and power this up. I'm gonna show you the app features on what you can control with it, and we'll test it out. Very easy to do. Find your power button, press, not hold, just press it quick. Turns it on right off the bat. If you press the power button again, it'll start to change your speeds from gentle, standard, and hyper. And of course, it gets louder and louder. Using the mode button, press it once, will turn this from blue to green, which means you're using just the fan. No more cooling. Press and hold it, and it'll turn orange, making it heat. And you'll also see the plates start to switch extremely fast. Crazy how fast it works. All right, go ahead and download the Taurus COOLIFY Connect. Now they're gonna ask you to register it, but you may skip this part if you so desire. I would. Add the device. Here we are, all set. Or are we? Click on those 3 bars in the upper right corner. Here you'll see that you're able to turn the voice prompt on or off. Why it says voice prompt is beyond me, because there is no voice involved. It's actually a tone. Now the real reason I brought you here is to make sure your firmware is up to date. Click the arrow and then click upgrade now and confirm. All right, now we're ready. Let's connect the COOLIFY 3 once more. Here you will see the COOLIFY 3 as well as your battery percent. And now we get to play with the cooling zones like I promised a go earlier. You'll be able to take all 3 plates and slide it from gentle all the way to hyper mode. Or if you just want to have the right and left plates cooling and not the neck, you'll be able to adjust that how you like. Or maybe it's the neck you're mainly concerned with. Not only can you control it separately, but you can make it a favorite as well. And of course, same goes for your fan modes and your heating modes. And that, my friends, is about all you can control on the app. Again, it's not the RANVOO Ice 3 options, but you have to compare. Do I really need all those options or don't I? Since it's summertime, we're going to get out of heat mode, go back into cool mode, and let's try this bad boy on. Again, there's that flex to put it around your neck. And right away, it's cooling me. Now, a lot of you have sent me comments when I did the RANVOO Ice 3 saying that I was outside and it was over 100 degrees and this thing didn't work for shit. Let me clarify. Okay, I don't think any model right now that you'll be able to find in that hot of an environment is going to keep your entire body cool. It's really not gonna happen, guys. Let's be real, okay? These neck fans are really going to be made to adjust your temperature and keep you cool in enclosed environments, in a less degree environment. Not saying that they're not for outside, not at all. Of course they are for outside. But in something over 100 degrees with that beating sun on you is not going to feel like you're staying cool. Not like an air conditioner inside. In an office, and here in my studio, I use it all the time at the desk because it gets really hot in here. The camera's on, the computers, the lighting, everything creates heat in this studio, and I'm telling you, this type of system is absolutely perfect for those conditions. Now I will say, however, I feel the COOLIFY gets a little bit more cooler because of the extra thick pad in the back. That fitting on the back side of your neck really makes a difference other than the AI sensor that the RANVOO has. So that could make or break your deal as well. Let's go ahead and cover my pros and cons and get you guys out of here, since it is the weekend and you probably have way better things to do. Pro number 1, I'm gonna give it to the actual bigger neck piece. That really does make an absolute difference when you're trying to cool your entire body. Not only is it nice to have around each side of your neck, but man, the back really does feel exceptional. And let's not forget, this is also heat as well. So it's an all-around season, which the RANVOO heats up too. In fact, I think the RANVOO gets a hell of a lot hotter than the COOLIFY does. But the heat evenly around your entire neck, man, does that feel good. Gives me chills talking about it. Another pro is the carrying case. I think COOLIFY definitely went over and beyond a little more than the RANVOO did with a pouch versus a nice hard shell. And lastly, you're able to control the zones. I really like that idea. Some people might just want warm on the back of the neck. Some want just warm on the neck on right and side, not the back of the neck. You're able to control the zones, and I think that is a phenomenal feature. However, let's cover the cons next, which pertains to the app. There's not much you can do with it. I mean, they could have added a few more features, I think, just to make the app a little bit more pleasable. It does not have all the options that the RANVOO ICE 3 does. It doesn't have your heart monitoring, and it doesn't have your steps. And some people really want that whole package to be able to go out there and be sports-like minded and monitor all those features and also be able to play maybe your favorite song. Now, of course, the sound that comes out of here is nothing to brag about, but nonetheless, you are able to listen to a podcast or a favorite song. You're not on the COOLIFY 3. And lastly, it may be a little too loud for some. Let's go ahead and test that out real quick for you right now. COOLIFY 3 on hyper mode. RANVOO ICE 3 all the way max. Definitely doesn't have as loud of a sound, but it still feels the same power. All right, let's go ahead and cover the retail. Now, first and foremost, I am not sponsored by RANVOO or COOLIFY. Okay, they both are companies that have reached out to me to have me give you my honest opinion. That being said, I'm gonna drop you guys down an affiliate link on Amazon. Yes, I get a kickback. It's not huge, of course, but it helps me and the channel grow in making these reviews for you. You can pick up the RANVOO ICE 3 for $329 with a $30 coupon, making them $299 in Space Black or Snow White and these 7 dwarfs. On the COOLIFY 3, you can get the non-limited edition for $299 and no change in the colors Cascade Black or Glacier White. Now, if you want to splurge on yourself and get the limited edition, like I've got here, which they're calling the Blue Orange, you can get it for $369 and no change. So it's really up to you guys at the end of the day. Do I think they're both fantastic units? Absolutely. Am I happy to own both? Absolutely. Let's get you out of here and open a fortune cookie, shall we? Oh, and by the way, we've got a 2-pack. How quaint. One for each neck fan. Let's see if we can cut it without breaking them. All right, let's see. Special word, please. Face any problem with dignity. RANVOO ICE 3. A special word. Mouth. A single kind word can keep one warm for years. Well now. Good advice. You know the routine. You're either family or there could be something wrong with you. But hey, we don't judge here at this table. You guys know better than that. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe on your way out that door if you're not by now. And you guys know I'll be seeing you real soon in my next video.